The sun, moon, and stars smitten, the fourth trumpet. Revelation 8:12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. So now we see the sun and the moon and the stars only showing a third of them being smitten. What could this mean? The powers in the heavens are smitten with darkness. The stars, the luminaries, the moon, the sun, whatever good greatness, usually sun and moon and stars represents rulers, kings, princes, queens. They are the stars and the moon and the sun, and they were smitten in this period. The fourth angel sounding, they were smitten. If you want to see how it looked, the chart, here's an actual picture of the sun, the moon, the stars, the lightning striking them, and the comet striking the stars. The fourth angel sounds. AD 476, the complete fall of Rome. Sun, moon, and stars gone means the day shone not for a third part, and the night a complete fall of Rome. Rome represented a third of the world at this time. The complete fall of Rome was AD 476. Odoacer, king of the Heruli, AD 435 to 493. Odoacer, also known as Odovacer, was a Germanic federal general who on September 4, 476 AD, deposed the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus. Odoacer is considered to have been the first non-Roman ruler of Italy. However, though the real power was in his hands, he ruled as a nominal client of Julius Nepos, and after Nepos' death in 480, as a client of the emperor in Constantinople. Odoacer is referred to as a king in many documents, but the title appears to be informal, though he himself used it at least once. The symbol of this trumpet is that of an eclipse of the sun, moon, and stars, so that they shone not for a third part of the day and night. Under the sixth seal, we show that these luminaries of heaven are taken as symbols of rulers and princes, for the latter bear an analogous relation to the empire that the former do to the earth. In the darkening then of the sun, moon, and stars, we are to look for some disastrous change or overthrow in the imperial government. Such an event occurred only a few years after the events described under the preceding trumpets. With her political strength and resources exhausted, Rome could no longer maintain a separate existence, and Odoacer, king of the Heruli, overthrew Romulus Augustulus, the last of the Roman line of emperors, and caused himself to be proclaimed king of Italy in AD 476. This terminated the Western Empire. Thus, in four trumpets, we see the successive downfall of the Western Empire, and thus was the Roman sun eclipsed in darkness. In a subsequent chapter, however, you will find the eclipse lifted at a later period, and new Rome, enjoying all the power and authority lost in her predecessors of the old Augustan line, became resurgent again. Odoacer continued in possession of his kingdom 17 years. Then he was defeated and slain by Theodoric, and by him the kingdom of the Ostrogoths was established in Italy. 60 years later, this kingdom was subverted by Belisarius, the general of Justinian, emperor of the East, to whom it became a tributary province. In each of the principal cities of Italy, Justinian appointed a governor with the title of Duke, in subordination to another with the title of Exarch, whose residence was at Ravenna. Thus at last was Rome, once the proud mistress of the world, reduced to a poor dukedom, made tributary to the Exarch of Ravenna, and he holding his authority at the will of the Emperor of Constantinople, the seat of the Eastern Empire. Thus, under the symbols of these four trumpets, we have developed the wondrous history of the downfall of Imperial Rome, in order to give opportunity for the scenes of the drama yet to follow. The man of sin could not be fully revealed in all his terrible features until this hindrance was removed out of the way. Imperial Rome for 3 centuries stood as the great opposer of God's people and slaughtered thousands, perhaps millions, of the Lord's innocent servants. And the hand of retributive justice was finally extended to humble her to the dust. Singularly, the persons whom God made choice of to effect her downfall have either regarded themselves as special instruments whose mission it was to punish the world, or else have received such designations by historians because of their awful work. Contemporary historians distinguish Alaric by the epithets the scourge of God, the destroyer of nations, while the great Vandal leader is designated the terrible Genseric. Attila claimed the title the scourge of God.